Hello, I'm David Rose. Here's a look at some of our top cases with Crime Stoppers and Washington's Most Wanted that we need your help with. First of all, let me just thank you for staying home to do your part to save lives. I know it's not easy. I know it's a struggle. It's boring sometimes. But you're doing the right thing. Unfortunately, there are a whole slew of criminals who don't care about you or your loved ones. They're greedy, selfish, dangerous degenerates out victimizing people. They just need to be locked up where they belong. That's the kind of social distancing I like. Take a look at our first case. Gig Harbor police say 24-year-old Roman Kanonik and 23-year-old Kayla Kupczak were caught on camera inside a Target store in Puyallup Tuesday night during a botched burglary. Detectives say these two are wanted in more than 29 open investigations, including organized retail theft, burglary, and theft third degree in Gig Harbor, Lacey, Everett, Pasco, Kitsap County, Yelm, Covington, Chehalis, Shelton, King County, Battleground, and Oregon. Those photos of them in custody are from when they were detained by loss prevention in Oregon at one point, and that's how they got identified. Police estimate they've stolen more than $150,000 worth of goods over the past 4 months. Both have warrants for their arrest. Kanonik is wanted for burglary second degree and theft in the first degree, after police say he stole $21,000 worth of cell phones from the Gig Harbor Target. Detectives say their MO is to break into Walmart and Target stores when they're closed, but they've ripped off other victims as well. During the Gig Harbor burglary, police say he went into the back room, took a crowbar and pried open a vault containing the cell phones, and then ran out the emergency exit where this car was waiting. It's a shark gray Acura with a front bumper that looks like it has primer on it. Gig Harbor police say they will respond immediately to any tip that helps locate these two. If you spot them, call 911 immediately. If you can tell detectives where they're staying, submit an anonymous tip to Crime Stoppers of Tacoma Pierce County at 1-800-222-TIPS or use the P3 Tips app that you can download to your cell phone for free. There's a cash reward of up to $1,000 for any information that leads to an arrest. Well, now the hunt is on for this convicted felon after police found 2 stolen guns inside his car during a traffic stop. Ryan Hernandez had firearms, a knife, and drug pipes inside his vehicle, but no license plates on the outside. Well, that problem, along with making a turn without using a signal, got him stopped by Renton police last November. He tried lying to them about his name, claiming he was from California and didn't have an ID on him. Well, that didn't work. Officers ordered him out of his car and spotted a .40 caliber Smith & Wesson handgun in plain sight.
They did a search warrant of the car. Turned out there was another firearm in the car. There was one right next to the driver's center console. There was also one underneath the driver's seat. Both of those guns came back stolen. So not only is he not supposed to be in possession of a firearm, he had 2 of them, and both of them were stolen.
Hernandez was booked into jail, released, and now he's got a bench warrant for his arrest for failing to appear in King County Superior Court on a charge of unlawful possession of a firearm. His rap sheet includes convictions for possession of a dangerous weapon, theft, possession of stolen property, and DUI. He's 44 years old, 5'7", and weighs 140 pounds. King County Sheriff's detectives say he's known to hang out in Renton and Tacoma. If you spot him, call 911. If you know where he's hiding, submit that tip anonymously through the P3 Tips app or call 1-800-222-TIPS. Crime Stoppers of Puget Sound will pay you a cash reward of up to $1,000. Well, this is just about as low as it gets. Deputies with the University Place Police Department need your help to identify these 2 scumbags who stole thousands of dollars from a 100-year-old woman.
What happened was that she somehow or another got her debit and credit cards hacked, and the suspects took over $4,000 from her before she noticed it. And that is really, really not a very nice thing to do, especially in these types of days, and especially to an elderly person who's 100 years old. What type of criminal are you? I mean, I think even criminals are going to want to turn these 2 in once they know who they are.
The suspects somehow got the victim's debit card numbers and made numerous cash withdrawals from the victim's account at ATMs throughout the Tacoma area. These photos are from the Columbia Bank on North 21st Street in Tacoma and the Columbia Bank on Mildred Street West in Fircrest. The elderly victim never lost her debit card, so it's a mystery as to how the suspects got her information. But you can help solve it and get a cash reward of up to $1,000. If you know either of these suspects, you will remain anonymous. Submit that tip to Crime Stoppers of Tacoma Pierce County by calling the hotline or use the P3 Tips app. You can send photos to detectives of their social media pages or any photos you have of them, and it remains anonymous, and you will get paid when they get caught. This weekend, you'll see new Crime Stoppers posters in Ballard offering an $11,000 cash reward for the tip that helped Seattle police solve a heartbreaking hit-and-run homicide. This is what that flyer looks like, showing 52-year-old Lori Tate and the stolen 2004 goldish beige Toyota Tacoma that killed her in the parking lot of the Fred Meyer on March 19th. Lori was leaving the garden center at about noon with her 12-year-old son when she was hit. He wasn't hurt, but she later died from her injuries. I talked with Lori's brother this week near the parking spot where she was hit. David Link says his nephew is getting around-the-clock emotional support, but it's brutal. He lost his mom. He'll never get to see her again. Lori was one of 5 siblings who was always looking for ways to get her family and friends together.
I could go on for a while about the goodness that radiated out of her. She was so family-oriented. That was her thing. It was family. So many lives are going to be affected by this. She touched a lot of different people in a lot of different ways, from just the way she was generous and gracious, and how she connected with people was authentic and pretty amazing. The sense of loss that we didn't ask for is going to be profound, and it's going to be a lifelong grieving. It's not just this sadness, this unbelievable sadness that we're experiencing now, but to take away a mother, to take away a wife, to take away a loved sister and somebody so close to all of her siblings, and just this unbelievable person is unforgivable.
When businesses are allowed to finally reopen, they're planning to hold a massive celebration of Lori's life, one she deserves. Her death has left a huge hole in the lives of so many people. David says what the driver did is just unforgivable, just leaving Lori there to die. Detectives say they believe there were 2 people in that truck that sped away, and they're asking for your help to locate the suspects.
Between March the 19th, a Thursday, and the 22nd, when the vehicle was found, we feel this vehicle had been in several areas. So what specifically we're looking for is video or any surveillance of the vehicle or anybody that was driving this particular truck. We're honing in on Burien and Tukwila, the South Seattle areas. If you've seen the vehicle, that's the information we need, and specifically who was driving the truck.
So here's one more look at it. Now, it was found in Burien, torched on Sunday, March 22nd. If you have video of it before then, or you know who was driving it, you can upload it anonymously to Crime Stoppers of Puget Sound through the P3 Tips app on your cell phone or at p3tips.com. Crime Stoppers will pay $11,000 in cash to anyone who can help detectives solve this case. If you have watched Washington's Most Wanted since I started it in 2008, then you know I can't stand thieves, especially car thieves. I know what it feels like to be a victim. In this next case in King County, the victim got his stolen truck back, but now it's time to catch the thieves who took it. And thankfully, he had good surveillance video.
That's the first time they drove through.
Merrill Ames has owned this RV storage lot at a 4-way intersection near North SeaTac Park for more than 20 years. He also stores a pickup truck here that belongs to his wife's sister, one this thief stole on Monday, March 23rd. Detectives say the crook and his buddy used a bolt cutter to sever the lock on the back gate. Then you see him walking through the lot. He's got a fairly distinctive stride. And you can see he's wearing baggy jeans and a hoodie. I call this the disgusting doper, haven't washed in a week, and I smell really bad look. It's doper chic. Dude is definitely in need of a shower and a makeover. Hopefully somebody watching knows exactly who this is. He disappears for a moment, and then he's seen running back across the lot after he spotted the truck he wanted to steal. And then, just a moment later,
There they are.
the car pulls around to the front gate. He gets out, and a second suspect in a red hat leans out with bolt cutters.
They cut the bolt and lock, chain lock on the gates. One was in the car while the other one opened the gate after he started walking in. Then the second person in the car drove away, and the other person went to the pickup truck and was out of here within 2 minutes' time with the truck.
Here it is. There it goes.
The truck is a Ford Lariat Super Duty 50 that had been well taken care of.
It's sentimental because of all the happy memories and outings that took place because of that truck.
Ames says he never thought he'd see it again, but then he got a call at 1 a.m. His truck had been found, ditched on the side of the road in the city of Des Moines.
So we were just overjoyed and thrilled to go out there, and it was really kind of a scary experience for my wife and I in a darkened neighborhood, not knowing what to expect, even though the detective was there. The detective was very, very friendly and reassuring that we could get out of there safely. He even led me to a gas station because it was practically empty on gas. And that both detectives were just super. The police work, that's why I'd like to have them be glorified. They deserve gold medals and pats on their back for an excellent job that they did.
Now, those detectives want to find these thieves that put Ames through all of this.
We want to catch these guys bad because we know that if we don't catch them, they're going to continue to steal cars. They're going to probably start breaking in, if they haven't already, breaking into houses, businesses, whatever. It appears that they know what they're doing. He was able to start this truck within minutes and had it out of the lot without a key. When he walked in, you can see him holding a tool in his hand, so he was already prepared to steal something. He just had to figure out what he was going to steal.
Ames says the thief damaged the ignition on the truck, so it has to be fixed. He's hoping that by sharing his video and telling his story, it will stop these thieves from doing it to another innocent victim.
It's so creepy and icky, and that they were so brazen to come in over the lunch hour and do that and disrespect the property rights here as well as the ownership. To be pulling off a criminal act in the daylight is just totally despicable.
If you can identify this suspect or know anything that helps King County Sheriff's detectives locate him or his buddy or the car they were in, Crime Stoppers of Puget Sound is going to pay you a cash reward of up to $1,000. Submit that tip right now through the P3 Tips app or call 1-800-222-TIPS. Oh, I hope you recognize one of these suspects. I want you to get that cash reward. Those are just a few of the cases we're featuring this weekend on Washington's Most Wanted. Join us for the rest tonight at 11 o'clock on Q13 Fox. It also airs Saturday night at 9:30 on Joe TV and 10:30 on Q13 Fox. And we're a statewide crime-fighting program. Look for Washington's Most Wanted on Fox stations in Spokane, Yakima, and the Tri-Cities Saturday nights at 10:30. Let's make sure these criminals have nowhere left to hide.